Hello, this is Professor Nelson with the Jewelry Design Department at the Fashion Institute of Technology. Continuing with our series of tutorials for the Eternity Band drafting project. Okay, we've done the array, we've done the stone layout. Now we need to actually transfer the drawings between views to give us our accurate layout. We're going to be laying out each stone as far as its table and girdle. And we'll do one side and then mirror it over. First thing we need to do is to chart the width of this channel that we have made to set our stones in. So offset, through point both sides, construction line layer. Going to grab this quadrant or intersection, either one is fine. They're the same position, same location. And now we're going to draw, revise the drawing of our top view. Int snap. Actually, I'm going to draw it a polyline from here to here, here to here. Enter when done. Here, 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 and here. Enter when done. Going to grab those two polylines by holding down the Shift key and click Select, and then trim. Okay, now that did not go as planned, so I need to take a look and see why. Oh, because I picked the wrong curve. I had drawn a version that was not a polyline. So that one's good, and it's hard because you have to look carefully. That one, delete. Alright, so now I can take these two and trim. We'll join these together. It's okay that I selected the center stone because it can't join to anything, so Rhino will just ignore it. And I will draw a straight line here and here. Change this now to my finished drawing layer. Use Shift click to select all of those, and Control G to group, so that from now on when I select one, I select all. I need to do the same thing for the side view. So take my center line, offset by right-clicking in my command line and picking that command from the list of drop-down commands. Through point, both sides. Okay, now here it becomes tricky because the stone is actually falling right, so the level of the stone is right here. But I'm going to go ahead and stick with this. It is such a tiny difference that it's not worth aggravating myself over. I know it doesn't make sense, more than likely as you're listening to me say that, but I'll be drawing these stones, and at the end I'll have a stone, and it's a perfect side view of that stone because it's falling exactly, perpendicular to my view, or parallel to my view. So I won't see it come this high. The stone will get in the way. But that is such a subtle difference that it will be imperceptible. If it were being drawn by hand, you couldn't even create it. Turn off my construction lines for a minute so I can see. Join. Straight line. Straight line. Put it on the drawing layer, and while it's still selected, group. I put it on the drawing layer using Control D. I'll be doing that more and more in the videos, guys, telling you what I'm doing instead of actually saying a command name. So if I say I'm going to put it on that layer, that means I'm using Change Layer command, which is Control D on our shortcuts, or Edit Layers, Change Object Layer. It's much more natural to just say I'm putting it on a layer. So we can tidy our drawing up a little bit now. We no longer need these construction lines or these construction lines. Okay. And this should have been put on the same layer as the other center lines. I don't know how it got missed. All right. So now I'm going to carry information between views for the stones. Offset curve, through point both sides. I'm going to grab the width of the table, not the intersection with the profile of the ring, but the actual width of the table. Okay. I'm going to use that to draw the table in the top view. A simplified table, of course, a simple circle. Intersect to intersect. I am going to use this dimension to create construction lines for all of the tables of my stones. So, offset curve, both sides. Sorry, I've got several videos running at once here, so the recording software pops in once in a while. Both sides through point. So that will give me the appropriate heights for or dimension for my tables. I'm going to carry that information around. Through point both sides, and where he meets the miter line, it comes down. Okay. Now, plotting my stones going this way. Offset curve, through point. I already have the edge of this girdle. I need the edge of the next one. To repeat a command, I just hit spacebar, through point, T enter. Table, spacebar, through point, table, spacebar, through point, girdle, spacebar, through point, girdle, spacebar, through point. It's important to make sure you get the right intersection, that you're getting the table. Spacebar, through point. Once again, spacebar is just repeating the command. It's enter. You can repeat a command in Rhino by just hitting enter. If you prefer right mouse click, you can do that. Enter, spacebar, through point, girdle, spacebar, through point, table, spacebar, through point, table, spacebar, through point, girdle, spacebar, through point, girdle, spacebar, through point, table, spacebar, through point, table, spacebar, through point, girdle, spacebar, through point, girdle, spacebar, through point, table. Okay, this is starting to get confusing as it comes around the side, so I will pause. And I will draw rectangles to represent my stones and their tables. So corner to corner rectangle, stone. I'm going to lock that construction line layer so you can see what I've drawn. I'll also lock the drawing layer so these new lines stand out on top. Table, stone, table. I'm just hitting spacebar to repeat the command. Spacebar, stone, spacebar, table, spacebar, stone. Now this is where it gets tricky. That's why I paused. Okay? Because we don't know which one of those that is, and I can go back and forth, but I don't need to. Okay? I'm going to take these construction lines. Need to unlock them. Going to do a crossing selection. Take these construction lines, put them in storage. Okay. And I can take this construction line. Oh, I'm still going to need that. Alright, so I'm going to delete these for now. I'm going to do these one stone at a time now to make sure I don't get confused. Through point. See, I've got that girdle already. Girdle. Spacebar, through point. Table. Spacebar, through point. Table. Spacebar, through point. Girdle. And it's important to notice, is the girdle on the outside or the inside? Because as these stones tilt, the crown will overtake the edge of the girdle. It is still the outermost line for the girdle. So come back here, draw the stone boxes. Stone, girdle. Put these on storage layer. Next stone. Through point both sides, construction layer color. Okay, I've got that stone here, so now it's girdle, spacebar, through point crown, or table, through point table, through point crown. A girdle. So now we've done it. The table has overtaken the girdle. So the furthest, the line that's the furthest out to the right is not the stone dimension, it's the table dimension. So draw it accordingly. Stone, table. And continuing on. I just wanted to be able to show you that that is what happens. We can finish the rest of the stones now. Through point. Got to make sure I'm at the right place. That is the right place. Girdle. Table. Table. Girdle. And I am going to have to stop because they will get too confusing. So, coming back up here again. Boxes. The first two are the stone. The next two are the girdle. Storage. That was our table. So now, the next stone. Girdle. Table. Table. Girdle. Okay, so there's a real, these two guided or construction lines are for the outline of the stone. The other two out are for the table. So, boxes. If I need to zoom in, I zoom in. Now that's going to become more and more confusing. So to make sure that I keep it straight, I'm going to group these together. And then group these together. And then group these together. Okay? The rest of these are obvious, but now as I come around and I select them, it'll be clear to me what belongs to which stone. I have one more stone to plot, I believe. Through point. Table, table, and actually this stone is on the other side, and we will not see it. So that's it. Okay? That is the basics for framing in these stones in the top view. That's the end of this video. Thanks for watching.